isn't bad, he's not.
Level 5! Level 5!
Mean something!
And
Great.
welcome back. Alright, gotta update that little thing at the bottom of our screen there. Oh well, do that later. So, with the gang all back together, the wind still blows down from the Raghead Glacier out in the east. It is about 8:30 in the morning, and you are halfway between Tourmaline and Tourmaline Gem Mine. What would you like to do?
I would. I don't know about the rest of you all, but I think going back to town wouldn't be the worst bet. I assumed that was like Grey Cobb. What are the odds that any more people are going to come after you now that we've taken out these fuck knuckles?
Well, I have no idea, but like Tolden indicated, there could be more of them out here. But it's probably best to go back to town and at least keep an eye on things there, and they may turn to other means to flush us out. They might take hostages, or they might. Well, who knows what they'll do? I don't know how many there are, or if we cut the head off the snake. I don't know.
I mean, like, what are the likelihood? Like, they're what we're referred to as vindicators. Like, are these like the people who you send to get a job done, sort of thing? And then if they don't do it, they just leave us alone, and they won't try shit in town during the day.
No, there will be more.
Oh,
You know about these people too, Beatrice.
Well, if you say to vindicate is to right a past wrong, you would think that would be some kind of firm people are hiring.
could be an ongoing.
I think it will be ongoing
Operation.
until there's a message sent that we are not to be trifled with.
I mean,
Well,
we could always take the big guy's head, and then I look over at the now smushed in head, and I'm like, well, maybe not his head.
No, I think potentially. What kind of is Pops with us?
Mm-hmm.
So Pops, I don't know you. You don't know me really, but we have a.
I'm Sly.
I wasn't talking.
Introduce- Make friends.
Where do you know, or do you have contacts where we could potentially find out where this organization is located? Because my thinking on this is take her head and his head, pop them in a box and mail to organization with a message. It is as much a message as any, but I do not know if this is the only quest that they were on.
I don't really know exactly where they're from. I just know that from the moment that Greykov and I and the others, she gives you a filthy look, Greykov.
She's mad at you, in case you couldn't tell.
Tried to take down that fucking wagon we were set up for near Waterdeep. We've been trailed by these vindicators since then.
All right. Well, like, it was a setup, but are you aware of who set you up? And who was, like, if it was a false target, like, and you were given false information for who had owned the wagon and it turned out to be someone different, who did you actually hit? Who did you wrong?
It's been a morning. Are you asking whose wagon did we try to, or whose coach did we try and take?
Yes. Who would send people such as this after you if you did not target someone with power and means?
From memory, the leader of our gang, they they didn't really tell us the specifics of the robberies we pulled.
Well, you guys need to find out.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, that's poor thinking on your guys' behalves. No wonder you made it this far.
It's hard to get information from people in the line of work that Greykov and I were into.
I know, but one needs to take some personal responsibility for one's vested stakes and interests, no?
Indeed, but often sticking one's nose where one's nose is not warranted ends up with one with a stake through the face.
Yes, potentially, you know, if you had, you wouldn't be facing, I don't know, an arrow in the chest, knives in the back, vindicators on your tail.
Well, I think if we were smart, we would be like bankers or something, or you know, real estate or think better.
Hey,
this, but...
DM,
Oh,
what's the read I'm getting from the three talking?
I'd make an insight check.
I'll help him in that insight check so he gets advantage.
Hey, it's not a 22.
18.
No,
No, it's not. It's an 18.
You get the sense that these three are trying to talk in riddles. Like, there's something in the subtext they're trying to talk about.
Well, I'm also
Right.
angry that they're so stupid, and it's very frustrating.
Yeah, well, Beatrice,
Yes.
not everyone's going to be as smart as you are, being a wizard and everything like that. You know, you can't blame people for their past misdeeds and things like that.
I can
But
with their criminals, absolutely.
it doesn't matter. We've all done things in our past we're probably not super proud of. It's part of life. We move on and we grow as people and make sure not to make those same mistakes twice.
Okay,
Now,
but, you know, when they're
let's lay all the...
on their trail,
Yeah, so let's lay all the cards on the table. Let's be straight with one another. So this shit doesn't happen again. What the fuck happens? How are you all involved? Tell us everything you know. So we can fucking move on and deal with this when we need to. Because I, for one, don't want to see anyone here die. Pops, maybe, but I just met you. So
I don't know you.
I'm
Fuck you.
Exactly. Well, so like if I died, you probably wouldn't care that much. If you died, I wouldn't care that much. But I know these people. I've done one adventure with them. I don't want to see them die. I would like to get all cards out on the table.
2 days, okay?
I mean,
We've
yes.
lost something in that time.
I mean, like if I mentioned like a day or two ago and I came across you, I might not have decided to, you know, heal you from death. But we're beyond that now. Let's put down these pillars of trust amongst one another. Put down these pillars of trust between one another. Get everything out on the table and stop bullshitting so that we can actually deal with this. Because I don't want to go back to town and risk the people of the town being targeted.
I don't want to sit fucking out here in this blistering cold being a target, especially if this... You know, this one here can send something else out here, and from what I know from my experience with these fuckers, there's always more of them around, no matter how many you try and take out.
Okay, so lay everything on the line. All the cards on the table, per se. We don't have an actual table because we're in the middle of fucking nowhere.
We could go back somewhere with the table, though. Can we do this on the way back? How long is the walk? Like
15
half
minutes?
hour? 15 minutes?
That's not...
That's long enough.
I mean, like, if we go back there and we get hit straight away...
Then we
What?
only have someone to blame.
What did you guys get involved in? What aren't you telling one another?
I don't know. Maybe the clues are out there for what exactly we got ourselves wrapped up in, because I personally don't know who it was, but it was someone who was quite vengeful and wealthy.
Are you the last two alive?
I didn't even know that this one was alive. until a few
Nice.
days ago.
Is your
What
boss
was it?
still alive?
Our boss,
Looking up notes.
Daisy.
And what exactly were you hired to take from this wagon?
Chests. Valuables.
Did you see what was
On the-
inside?
No.
And the people that you attacked in this wagon, did they have a crest or anything like that, denoting a family or an organization or anything like that?
It would have to do.
History.
History. But
Because they must be pretty fucking powerful to chase you fuckers all the way from Waterdeep up here. Nobody comes up here unless they have a goddamn good fucking reason.
Fuckity fuck.
Yeah, so the reason being, what the hell was in the cart?
Well, when we fled that the next morning, we all kind of went our separate ways, and I believe that whatever was taken from the cart went with our old boss, Daisy.
Very well.
You didn't
And there were no markings on the wagon or the people.
Not that Jared has come up with yet. I can't speak for Jeremy though.
look, everything that I don't even know why I'm telling you this. You've done nothing for me besides be a pain in my ass for the last fucking 15 minutes.
Hey,
Oh, I'm sorry.
it saved your fucking life. Sorry about that.
But now all the questions.
Oh, precious.
Oh,
I'm
this one.
asking questions because if I'm going to risk my fucking life, I would like to know why.
Why?
Oh, alternatively, we could stick ducks on her until she talked.
Ducks.
Quackity quack.
Look,
What?
I don't think she knows. I think she's just running scared like I am, and now she's probably a bit pissed off because I killed Heavy Hands.
Yeah, you really should make amends for that, you twat.
I don't think I can. Like, it's just I didn't want them to rat me out that I was up here, and then I was like, well, I'm just gonna do this thing, and I didn't think it through, and I would, if I could take it back, I would.
So what do we say when we're apologizing to someone for being a total buffoon?
He deserved it.
No, shut up, Zane. That's not what I meant.
I think Tori is the world you are looking for, but I don't think she's in a state where she's ready to.
I know, but it's still
Forgive.
you just have to say it anyway, and then act well. And when she's ready to forgive you, she will. She still needs
Oh,
to hear it.
Or she's going to stab you in your sleep.
I mean, either
That's-
or, but at
You're
least
finally
then you don't
speaking some
cry.
sense.
Look, I'm sorry.
As a very angry lady, I know what I'm talking about.
I am sorry. I attacked Heavy Hands and yourself, sort of by proxy. But
No buts. A butt is not an
no,
apology.
no, but
I mean, depends how you use the butt.
I don't expect you to, hate me less. I think it was a pretty stupid thing to do. But we can. I don't know. I feel like they were coming after us. I think we'll be lucky to get out of this alive if they do just keep on coming back. So probably the best thing to do is, even though you don't like me and I'm a bit ambivalent, but we should probably work together, or at least keep an eye out together, and then we can
I'm just like
move
gonna
on.
message inside Greycoat's head, being like, "You fucking suck at apologies. We need to coach you on that later."
Make a charisma check.
Oh, charisma.
I've got something after that.
just persuasion or anything, or just like charisma.
I think just straight charisma, because you're not really trying to persuade her of anything. You're just trying to
Be genuine.
Yeah, that's
be
fair.
genuine. Yeah.
Oh, this is the best one for that one. Love it.
Well done.
She looks at you as you're trying to fumble your way through an apology, and say all the words you want, Greykov, as best you can say them. Means nothing. Heavy Hands did nothing to you. Nothing. He was naught but a friend to you the whole time we were working together. He helped you, and you slaughtered him.
That is not how I remembered it. I just remember waking up and everyone was gone and looking after themselves.
You felt abandoned.
I was abandoned, yes.
We have all made mistakes. We have all misconstrued other people's feelings or actions towards them or other people. Like myself, just recently.
Targeted this, like.
Yeah, but it happens.
Sly being sly.
I'm sure Greykov acted in what he thought was his best interest at the time, and I'm sure his regrets are genuine, even though he doesn't seem it. But then again, talking to Greykov, it's like sometimes I don't actually know what the fuck his feelings are because, anyway. But end of the day, you're being hunted. Greykov's being hunted. If you stick with us for a bit, maybe that gets the heat off you for a while. Now, did anyone find anything on the dead bodies that could give us any clues? Any pieces of paper, any bounty posters, or anything like that?
Well, I didn't search, but I'm happy
All I
to look
found
now.
was some. The guy that Tolbin killed up near my duplicit clone thing.
Second you.
Yeah, all I found,
Yeah,
found on them was
One's enough. We
like
don't need two of you.
There's this piece.
I mean, the two of me is so that the main me cannot be up in the thick of things. The other one is so I can go and do some cool magic shit.
320.
Would be handy.
Tobin sees B holding a bit of paper. Is like, what have you got? Have you got any find anything or?
Yeah, I was saying, but like, Sly was busy lecturing people. I tuned out because there was a lot of lecturing. Yes, there was this piece of paper on what's her face, kind of like, I don't know, like what you would expect to give someone who's an assassin who's after someone, with a portrait.
Indeed.
Yes, so it's not too bad.
Is the whole picture there?
Hmm?
Is the whole piece of parchment there?
Is Beatrice holding the whole bit of paper, or was it whole when she got it out of?
No. Is the whole piece of paper there?
So I got like, it crumpled as I shoved it in my pocket after I showed Greykov. And as I was shoving it in my pocket, I'd sleight of handed, which was all of that dice rolling that we were doing before.
Yeah, I didn't see that, so I wasn't sure.
You were like heap far away anyway. Ripped like some of it off and it's crumpled and it's like, you know, it looks torn and rough around the edges now. So you wouldn't necessarily, I assume, be able to tell that it had been defaced. I ripped some off. That's out of character though.
So all we
so
see
there's
is
some
the
other
picture.
note there.
I want to say one thing about like my apology. When you don't expect to be forgiven or don't believe that you should be forgiven yourself, it's a bit hard to summon an apology that you mean. So I kind of feel like that is
Because you haven't forgiven yourself.
that is the position I'm in.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So take it as a pending apology once I kind of figure out what I'm doing with my brain. but yeah, that was a coerced apology, but there's one in the works. I'm not a complete piece of shit. But,
Yes, I know.
But,
Dreykov, you help me uncover who are these fuckers chasing us down. You help me take these people out of the equation so that I no longer have to look over my shoulder, and we'll call ourselves square.
yeah.
That's pending forgiveness.
But yeah, that's what that sounds like. Hey, someone believes that I could actually like do a thing and help them.
Well,
I
that's
do
yet to
not
be
think
seen.
you can't do things. I do believe you are capable. I also think you're a complete bumbling twat. You can be two things. You can be complex. But yes, you're
all of us humanoids have great capacity for change. I mean, look at any of us 10 years ago. Are we the same person?
I'm an elf. I age very slowly.
100 years ago then. How old are you? You look fantastic.
Thank you.
I'm an elf too, but I'm like actually like mid-20s. And you know, the aging process kind of stops and slows down. Like,
So you don't have the city miles.
no, so I'm a really young and stupid.
Oh yeah, no,
Like,
that
genuinely
shows.
young and
Yeah,
stupid.
that shows. Yeah, you roleplay that well. Well done.
Yeah,
I just
it's not
thought you were.
hard.
I just thought you were an idiot.
All right, why don't we head back to town carefully when we get back into town? We'll get our money and stuff and start really looking in. I mean, we probably should have tried to take one of these people alive so we could ask a couple of questions. But from what Tobin was saying, there's more of them out there somewhere. So I'm sure they'll come to us before we have to go to them. But we should definitely try to take one of them alive in the next encounter so we can get a bit more information.
And we also have to get all the money we can get out of that kobold head we left out the front of.
Oh yeah, we left it out front. Whoops.
It's on ice, but you know, don't
Shows
want to
everything.
feel it.
Is that what that thing was? That's not a kobold head I saw at the front of that inn. It was far from it.
I've never seen what a kobold is before, so when we went into the mines, everything that we encountered could have been a kobold.
Well, that's what the mayor sold it to us as. So that's what it is.
Speaking of the mayor, shouldn't he be coming back from the mines by now?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Did he? He went there
He
the
went
night before.
Yeah, the day before, and then we went to have a long rest. And
He's probably back in his house now.
Can you?
Let's go.
Already
Get
got
out.
stuck with all the damage we did. I mean,
Repairs. The removals.
currently still fixing.
Can we on our walk back? Can I survival see if I can try to find some tracks for the speaker?
Yeah, just to see, like, you know, if there's tracks there and back at a place that's not trampled by battle.
Yeah.
I'll
Sure.
make a bit of an area and see if I can assign tracks to people and see if there's any extra tracks of people about and just.
Okay.
just
So you make your way, start to head back to town.
70.
It's very hard to tell. Like you're looking at least how many of you are there? 6, 7, 8, at least 11 sets of footprints. Some are some are the same looking size shoes, some are obviously different. But it's very hard to tell whose is like pick out one particular shoe or foot that you can match to the speaker.
Are we able to short rest on the walk back, or do we have to wait till we get back to town to short rest for the people who need it?
It doesn't take you long to get back to town. 10-15 minutes walking. Tobin, whilst are you staying in? No, you're in human
No, I
form.
dropped to be able to chat to them.
Yeah, I'll change you back in a sec.
Yeah.
You keep a sharp eye out, but don't catch anything else in your periphery while scanning the area walking back. Eventually, you manage to get back to the East Side Inn. We just load that up for you all now.
Oh, thank God. We're back.
Hopefully, Marta is okay. And Tali, you've been very quiet.
Oh, look, I walked into the kitchen.
Hang on, let me just get everyone on the map first. I'll keep chatting. Who's missing?
Me. I don't know. No, I'm not on the map.
There you are.
I wasn't actually on the. I wasn't on the tab, so
Oh, okay.
I couldn't see if I was in there.
Just Tali.
Pops, would you like some pocket bacon?
Product.
Um,
Result of not getting-
I'm pretty hungry. Haven't eaten for a day or so. So yeah, anything you've got would be great, actually.
Pocket bacon. I just like reach in, just like dump the pocket bacon.
Just like
Everyone, have at it.
a crispy, almost body temperature bacon that had been frozen at one point. She looks at it, a little bit disgusted at first, but then catches the smell of it and just starts ripping into it like jerky.
Yeah, excellent. Now, all right. So we went attacked. Is Marta there?
Marta's here somewhere. I don't have a token for her, but yes, she's here.
Yeah, when we get in after I dump the pocket bacon, I go check everywhere to see if she's okay. Like,
Yeah, Marta comes out and she's like, "Oh, is everything okay? You're all covered in blood and feathers."
oh, it's okay. It's not my blood.
And not my feathers.
Oh, whose is it?
A duck.
The dog.
The ones that were after us.
Right.
So,
I hope there was no one I knew.
And I haven't seen them around town before. Are you okay? Did they come in here? Did they ask you any questions?
No. They shortly after you all took off out the back, they stopped banging on the door and heard footsteps run off.
Okay.
So,
Could you get us some coffee or some tea or something?
yes.
Especially
Oh,
for
of course.
Zane and Beatrice.
yes, absolutely. She runs off.
Just casually.
You do what?
Can I insight check her to see if she's being genuine? Like, I mean, like, I'd like to take her at face value, but you know, that's not that great. It's an 11.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, I'm just
I can
happy
tell
she's
being
not
genuine.
trying to insight slide this time.
She rushes off and comes back shortly with like hot water and a few like towels and things and some coffee and some teas and whatever she can bring to try and bring you guys back into something which is looking a little bit respectable. She goes, this could get you by for now, but I can draw a bath for you if you like. Or, well, you guys can take care of that yourself, but yeah, there's rooms available here. Obviously, you stayed here last night.
No, I just need some hot water. I can wash my face and stuff like that. I mean, Beatrice, do you need a bath?
I'm like covered in my own blood. Like I'm drenched in it. Yes, bath, good. Yes, cold, wet, bloody, feathered. I'm pretty sure one of the ducks took a shit on my back.
Sly resists the urge to make a sexual comment.
Like, what
You,
could possibly be sexual about that? And then my memory goes back and retrieves things about people like poop on each other. So I got
No. It was more to do with the bathing.
Oh, thinking that she was a lot more kinky than that. Okay, all right. Good.
So Marta comes back, and while you're all got to getting yourselves cleaned up, She kind of looks at each of you and asks, so what now? Will you be spending some time with us in Tourmaline?
Oh, a little bit, I think.
Good time.
Hmm?
Hey, great call of Pops. Am I marked now as well because I was with you two?
Probably.
We could get naked and we could have a look.
Sly blushes immensely. I mean, like,
They're all branded. If you know you're not branded, you'll be fine.
I mean, maybe not here, but you could check me out and I could check you out. She says like her face has gone bright red.
There's at that moment, a knock at the door.
Oh, for God's sake, can people just
That's
stop
right,
knocking
that's
on
right,
the door?
That's right. I got this. I pull out my crossbow and I walk over to the door. Who is it?
Speaker, Master Stew.
Oh, thank God. Money.
I mean, why is this door locked? You hear him trying to rattle it around a bit.
Well,
This is
it's
not normally
7:30
locked.
in the morning. It's 7:30 in the morning, so the tavern's not open, obviously.
It's not what? You're very confused. Let me in. You're very confused.
I open the door.
Oh, thank you. He steps in, and before he goes too far into the place, he looks at you all and takes a second look out the front. Looks at you all again. Is like, can we not leave that disgusting thing out the front, please? It's really not good. Look for the town.
Oh, look, we tried to move it. That's why we're covered in all this blood. and feathers.
Did you? What kind of
mean,
kobold
it
is
will-
this?
I mean,
You tell us.
and it will deter any kobolds from coming into the town.
I imagine it will, but I don't want to deter people coming into a martyr's fine establishment here.
No, that is true. Maybe we should put it outside your office, and then you wouldn't get pet street calling on you at all hours.
I mean, you can remove it yourself. Otherwise, we're happy to charge like a nominal fee to remove it from the town.
How about we? I have some funds for you. What's a
From the mines, and then move it from the town. Next, it's going to be move it from the whole 10 towns.
Well, look, I just think that something that size is going to, if left here, quite close to the Lonelywoods, that it might invite some bears or some, dare I say it, some moose down. We really don't want that from what we hear.
Okay. First off, I'm not a nature person, but I'm pretty sure mooses don't eat flesh. So you're good in that respect. Wolves, yes. Why don't you just throw it in the lake and it'll float away and freeze
What?
and fall to the bottom.
So the lake so the wolves can eat it? What the hell are you talking about?
Well, I mean, you get rid of the wolves too, because if the wolves dive in the water trying to get it, they're going to freeze to death.
Oh, look, fine. I'll get some of the miners to drag that horrendous thing down to the lake and toss it in there. Maybe the...
You're going to make children to get rid of it.
Well, first we're going to see if anyone in the town wanted to use any of its components, or its parts, or its teeth, or its eyes, or something.
Well, that
Its sexual
sounds
glands.
quite
maybe?
disgusting. But I suppose if you take it down to the market square, you might find some interested people.
Some people are into that shit.
You know,
I guess.
Bull testicles make you strong, sort of thing.
Have many in your mouth, then.
she's a firecracker, this one. So,
I think she was paying attention. She's got a nose in her wizard book.
Oh no! I said bull testicles in your mouth, and then makes you strong, and then you're pretty brazen with how you talk to people. So it was just like, I was being mean, is what I was being.
I don't read that. I'm not that smart.
So look, I've been to have a look at the mine. I've taken some of the workers with me, and apart from a couple of corpses and things we have to like drag out of the place, and there's actually quite a lot of damage to the thing which supports the entire town's livelihood.
That's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
kobolds,
There's
man.
kobolds in it.
they don't.
You think the kobolds
Yeah,
sabotaged the place?
Oh,
Well, probably
absolutely.
to stop
They
people
love
from
traps.
trying to come into after them.
I suppose it'll take my team some time to repair the damage and clear the debris and repair the walkways around the void, but I suppose it's the better outcome than having the place full of kobolds, especially ones like this one out the front. Yes, we can't have kobolds like that creeping around. can we?
Maybe if you put in a maintenance request to get rid of the void, because that is where I think a lot of the problem is.
Yes, this is
Big void.
true. Yes, we've
Maybe
tried to
make
fill
a
it.
big net.
We've tried to fill it with
Oh.
any kind of debris we get, and refuge from the mine goes into the void. And
Well, why don't you just cover it with like a lid or something like that? Because if you're chucking shit down there, that's going to disturb whatever's down there.
it does. You're right. That's kind of half the problem, I guess. We should not chuck things down the void.
Oh wait, are you using it as like, you dig out the dirt from the ground, and then instead of like taking the dirt out in a responsible way, you're just chucking it down the hole?
Well, I do keep an eye on the miners every second of the day. I mean, it's not my job after all, but I mean, wouldn't you?
It seems, Greyclub, that they and you have a lot in common.
See,
There's a void with creatures down there. I wouldn't chuck my dirt down there.
Well, we figured that we could fill the void up. I suppose it makes sense. You fill it up, you block it up, then they go away.
you are aware of what the Underdark is, right?
It's dark and it's under, and it's generally pretty bad. It's got a bad reputation.
And
It's not a friendly place.
it runs the entirety of Faerun. So
It's-
to dig the equivalent to be able to fill that hole, you would have to dig the equivalent of the entire continent.
Oh, no, by all means, I don't think we mean to fill the entire of the Underdark. Just
Yeah.
block this thing up.
Yeah,
Just,
but when
you know,
you're
plug it in.
simple. It's like if you have a bucket, you fill it with water, but if the bucket is very big, it's going to take a very long time to do it. It'd be much safer for your miners, whether or not they're children, to just put a lid over the hole and not dump shit down there.
But we'll try. I'll tell you what. We'll take it under advisement. I'll let the teams know, and they can put a lid on the hole. Yes, we'll try that.
You know what I meant.
I think
I
if we have to come back to the town and there's no lid on the hole and there's more problems, the fee's gonna double or triple or
Let's-
quadruple to clear it.
Speaking of fees, look, let me get this debt settled. You guys can be on your way and stop trying to consult with me on how I run things around here and what we should do with our livelihoods.
Maybe you wouldn't need so much consulting if you did a better job.
Whoa.
Thank you, Beatrice.
I think I would just like to get this debt settled. And I might just leave and yeah. So
Yep, 150 each.
well, that's wasn't what we agreed. In fact, it was very, very far from what we
You've got
agreed.
some consultation details as well. I mean, things to make you more efficient and increase the productivity of the mine. Because if the mine's not shut down because of monsters, because there's a lid over that hole, profit.
Oops.
I just make a intimidation check.
Can I guide myself?
Can I help you? And I will start walking towards him and kind of start to staunch.
This is down like another town that needs to be set on fire.
Slide is really good
Do
job.
I get my
Greyclub,
advantage?
on the other hand.
Do I get my advantage, DM?
For Greykov helping you?
Didn't Greykov roll
Yeah.
separately?
No,
No.
I didn't.
You've rolled. What have you rolled? You've
Because
rolled.
with the guidance and if I have
Before.
advantage and I got the guidance,
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
it would be a 24.
Yeah. That all happens. And the outcome of that is that he says, look, I can only give you what we have available in the town, and it's not a lot, right? I can't go spending all the town's funds. I'll be out of a job. We all agreed on the base 50 gold, and you'd already talked me up 50% of that again, so there's the 75, and take this, and he pulls off a ring from his finger. Just take it.
Take the ring.
It should be
Look at it.
more than enough to cover, well, what it covers. You look at it, it's a fairly nice golden ring.
Is
It's
it magic at all?
Very well.
I won't know until I have a chance to ask Beatrice. So, okay, DM, I'm not being a dick, but I can't honestly remember. Was that 75 gold pieces each, or was
No.
that split?
Oh,
Okay,
total.
cool. Okay. Yeah, total. Okay.
yeah, so when you go from 75 total to 150 each, it's like, oh, whoa. That's the jump in half. So that's all I can do. I've used the town's money. I've taken an heirloom from my father, given it to you. I think we're square and we can shake hands.
Not yet.
and-
Nope.
That's
You still,
12 and a half gold pieces.
You still have to have this
everyone's
beer.
Uh,
Pass me a jug of beer.
a bit, my friend. It's 10 o'clock in the morning.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
All right.
Actually 20 to 10.
Yes, we've been speaking for 15 minutes. Now it's 10 o'clock. Anyways, have you guys all got one as well? Or is it
That's
just...
me.
just
Just
he looks...
saying.
He picks it up. he's
I have a Bloody Mary.
I don't know if they-
and he kind of like gives you a cheers, has a drink. You think he's going to stop for a moment, but then he gets a taste for it, and you can see his eyes sort of like scanning, darting between each one of you as he drinks like half of this mug of beer straight up, puts it down, and is like, ooh, well, let's much. So we're good. Yes, thank you very much for taking care of our little issue and clearing out those kobolds. You did take care of every one of those kobolds. Yes, they do like to come back. So I hear it.
Yes, and
Right.
again, as consultants on the issue that you had, put a lid over the hole, and you shouldn't have more drastic problems than a couple of kobolds.
Look,
You might have big
Yeah.
kobolds like the flying one that we encountered, or the one with the tentacles that we encountered.
yeah. Yeah,
You know, I think, look, honestly, the creature out the front, that's not a kobold. That came from the void. I just don't want you to think that was an actual kobold. There is more problem there than kobolds. You have this void, and it has all the horrors in it. And I would expect another bunch of adventurers to come through the town, and then you'll be like, oh, adventurer, we need your help because we forgot to close up the void because we're stupid.
it's funny. It does happen fairly frequently. In fact, it probably happens much more frequently than we would like. It happens a couple of times a year.
Every time you're chipping at the rock, you're pretty much ringing a dinner bell.
A ring-a-ding-ding, so
Ding,
they say. Yeah, that's
ding.
right.
Ding.
Yeah,
I
so a
wonder if-
lid.
Just that mines gems all the time to have more than 75 gold pieces to pay someone to, take care of a problem like this.
That is a valid insight, actually. That's quite astute.
Well, okay, so look, I've got business to attend to, so thank you very much for your time, and I'll just see myself out.
Inside check!
Also, if your miners decide to unionize, don't stop them.
Aw. See, like, I know that Jeremy looked very suspicious, and so, like, you know,
Okay, so thank
I
you.
would like to do an insight check on that as well.
Alright.
How about you go and suss out what's
Didn't
going
we
on?
already insight check him?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I know, but like that's specifically like I'm going to immediately
70.
and abruptly change the topic of conversation.
He just wants out of the room. Come on, let's just put it that way.
He doesn't want to hear how we can help him. He wants to just go back to business as
That was
normal.
more just like, oh, you guys should have more money because you're a gem mine. Why do you only have 75 gold pieces? It's like, oh yeah, no, we don't need to talk about that. I'm leaving now. Bye.
Well, are we planning to rob the town speaker?
Yep, sounds like I know you.
Sure, why not? I don't care.
Turn a blind eye
I'm
to
not a
that.
good character.
So let me just round
say-
off this insight checks before you guys plan to do something murderous.
Rob.
It's only murder if they catch us.
I can just imagine Beatrice's hands
It's
started.
burglary, not burglary and homicide.
I think Beatrice's hands are getting a little overly warm right now.
I'm an angry lady. I got murdered today.
Tolbin and Krakov, you can pick up that, you know, this guy's clearly hiding something, and 100% with a town that mines gems for their way of life, for their survival, there's more of a somewhere than this guy's letting on.
Stingy. Knew it.
Anyway, he's well, bye, and he heads out the door.
I cast hold person on him before he makes it to the door.
Oh my god.
DC 13 wisdom save.
I cast compel jewel. No.
I feel like we're back in Waterdeep.
Hold person.
Back at the Winchester.
Command.
Hold on. Fuck. DC 13 wisdom save.
Yeah. Just like, I rolled a 14. Ah.
He rolled a question mark.
Oh, that should be shown. That's a 19. I can take a screenshot if you don't believe me.
Convenient.
That's okay. That's okay.
That's convenient. No, just kidding.
I
So
think
he
we have
feels
to
himself-
question that.
Get pulled back for a second, and he's like, fucking, he just barges out the door and closes it, and you just see him stomp away in the snow.
As
I'm thinking
much
what
as I would like.
everyone.
I think I am.
Alright. Let's not get distracted by the possibility of shiny. We have more pressing matters. We
I don't
have
like
people-
corrupt officials.
Nobody likes corrupt officials.
We're on a
Least
clinic.
of all me.
We're on a political cleanse of the 10 towns.
Everyone's corrupt.
However,
But they know it or not.
You-
That's a problem
We
for
do
them.
have-
They really rethink their life values.
we have more pressing issues. Mainly the fact
Slate.
that people are after Pops and Greykov. And I'm not sure about Pops,
Lost.
but Greykov, I don't want you to go away because you seem like a decent individual who is capable.
Really?
That's 75% of the
Oh,
time.
you have your sweet moment. Remember that deer you slaughtered for that whole town? Yeah, you did that. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you didn't try to
I
kill me
think-
straight away.
So hear me out, Sly. So my thinking with like investigating the town speakers doesn't necessarily stem from not dealing with the immediate and pressing issue. It's more that historically we've been made aware of. I know I'm not role playing my character's voice. I can't do both at the same time. Right now I'm very tired. It's more that historically we have accumulated information which suggests that there is widespread corruption within the city officials, and that's kind of a problem as it relates to Oral the Frostmaiden, because there are some of the speakers that are aligned with their nefarious motives. So rooting through the speakers' abodes and finding information, while it is fun to cripple those who, terrible and corrupt, it's more about finding deeper meaning pertaining to the main quest line of, where are the weak points in this organization that can be targeted. and to do
So-
that, find the information.
What you're saying is we need to launch a campaign and ensure democracy is preserved amongst the 10 towns.
You can
Bring
spin it.
some liberty, as it were.
Rebellion, forced fuck, I don't know. I just want to rifle through their shit.
Well, I'm not against like going against a corrupt official, but I want to make sure that we don't spread ourselves too thin, because I don't want to go after him and then another shit show happens, because then we've got, whenever we move to whatever the next town is, we've got more flack after us. We need to ensure that we do this properly and not by, from all understandings, what happened in Targos, burn the fucking place down.
Yes, but you see,
Targos still stands.
Dislike, you are not in charge as well. I know I am not.
I'm not saying I'm in charge. I'm here as the ear of caution. I like to make sure that we don't make things worse than. We wanted to make sure that this place is left better than we found than you found it.
Is that what we want? Is that what we're about?
I don't know what we're about anymore.
I mean, if you want to undermine this person and install a new leader who is a friend of ours, who will do essentially what we want them to do, we can 100% do that. I mean, it's worked so well for America. I mean, like other places.
Hey, we did that at the last town we were at. It worked fine.
But doesn't that make us the corrupt ones?
No, because we sussed out someone who was going to do a good job.
I mean, but who says
And
that?
Vested necessarily interest for our long-term meddling in that town. It was about setting them up for the best chance that they had to succeed.
And it's the right that we're given by our gods and powers and stuff like that is what makes us right in our beliefs and what should be done for these towns. Is that what is morally correct? Or is it because our way is the correct way?
I think you're looking at, well, you know, you could spend forever arguing the merits of, like, you know, Oral's campaign against 10 towns.
Oh yeah, no, we all agree Oral needs to be dealt with. I'm 100%
Oh, but
for
why is
that.
she entitled to her rule and her reign then? You know, like you
Well,
could
because-
you could swing that cat either way.
I mean, like, what do you want to focus on? Do you want to focus on liberating every single town and then go after Oral? Like, liberate these outposts and then focus on the main objectives? Or did you want to actually have real meaningful change in the towns that you come across and not just blow it all to shit with fire and brimstone and everything? I'm asking...
Anything to shit yet here. To be fair, you wouldn't know about
10
this
towns for some type of
right,
purpose.
There's that. Why are you not?
Just talking to a computer.
Like, the main objective...
Form out of shape.
The main objective, and why I would assume that Impa would have joined you, is because you're trying to do the right thing in the places you go to.
She liked doing a lot of murdering for someone who liked to do the right thing. Just FYI, but you know, whatever.
Sometimes it's the only choice to make things better.
Oh, like the person that she almost beat to death.
Heavy hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I killed him.
Yeah.
Good times. No, wait.
We're not
Is
all,
that right? Good times, is it, Gregov?
we are not all of us are without flaws. Just want to say, we all have our flaws. Mine's the drink. Others is violence. Others is a pretty face. But what is the what are you trying to achieve?
Vengeance. I mean,
Vengeance.
whatever my path leads me on.
Well, I just want to make sure that the next adventurer who turns up here doesn't go down that mine being told there's only kobolds there. It just doesn't sit right with me.
Why don't you leave a note on like each tavern, like the board notice? If speaker says kobolds, don't believe him.
But also, if they do take the job, I'd like them to get paid fairly. Like, I feel like we were, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the price is for the creatures that we killed, but
We'll most likely rotted, but
Well,
I think
why
that's
don't we
good for
just
that.
put like a level 3 advisory on the
Right, yeah.
mine? Like you must be level 3 before you go down there.
And I think the only way to find information is to. He's not going to tell us, and that's just like.
I mean, I'm all for if he's corrupt, we can have a quick look around. But I don't think if we get caught, we should just destroy and kill people who get in our way.
no, we don't.
That's not in such no. But no, sneak around, have a look, see what's going on, and if everything seems to be whatever level of above board is required, we go from there.
what if it's
I mean,
not?
there's no relevant authorities. There's not like there's a marshal service or a police force or a towns guard like there is in the major cities.
I gotta ask you, like, how far do we have to go? When do we stop? Each town's gonna have some type of corruption somewhere.
Because considering here, there's if the town speaker is corrupt, what do? Do we just kill him, and then he's replaced by someone else? There's no towns guard. There's no.
Well, we'll burn that bridge when we come to it.
Marta pipes up, having like taken
Oh
some
shit! I
dishes.
forgot you were there.
Having taken some dishes back to the kitchen and coming back and hearing you talking about, corruption and speakers being untrustworthy, and you want to check them out or murder them.
I said nothing about murder.
I will deny anyone who said I said the word murder.
Hurt them. You just hear. Actually, comes back over. Oh, please leave him alone. Speaker Master has been nothing but good for this town. Sure, he hasn't got the support of everyone, but he's trying. He's very good in heart and very well intentioned. He's trying his hardest.
Where's
He's
all the
doing
money
his
in the
best.
gem mine going?
I don't know how about all that money works, but I could imagine that it's going to buy food and supplies to keep the people that live here alive.
But surely the miners would have some kind of idea of how much product they're hauling out of there all the time. They'd be able to see if the town was getting the value that it deserved.
I
Probably.
I'm all for going to have a chat with him and making sure he can't run out on us again and get some clear answers and then deal with whatever. Because yes, it's very suspicious. He was very squirrely right at the end there. So there's something that is not being said. I'm all for the labor and produce that is produced by this town should all go back either like into the town and also spread around the other 10 towns.
You know what? Like in Targos, a lot of there was, I forget the name of the gang, but it was a criminal organization that was, running the town effectively. And it could just be the same thing here, or he's paying tithes to this same place, or
Paying off a debt, maybe.
What was the name of the town of the gang?
I don't remember, but the old Impa knew about them.
Wait, was it the Zentarum?
I think so.
Well, first you have my curiosity, now you have my attention. If the Zentarum are involved, we should definitely make sure that, well, even if they're not, we should make sure that they're not.
They were in Targos.
In Targos.
In
but-
Targos, that was the reason that, or part of the reason Maxwell was aligned with them.
But you think if any organization wanted to, squeeze the juice out of a piece of land, they would do so here because it has mines and stuff like Dwarven ruins and all this stuff that is worth a lot. And I imagine, hey, gem mine is a good operation to kind of have under your thumb.
DM question.
Hmm.
Being who Sly is, and knowing what she would know from her organizational connections, would it be a leap in logic to have it connect the dots that Zentarum has something to do with the Vindicators, and by eliminating whatever foothold they may have in this area may protect Pop and Greykov?
You can make me an intelligence check.
I'm so good at those. It will definitely guide myself.
I suspect sarcasm.
The Centaurum are probably the kind of people who would hire people like this Sindel lady to mark people and hunt them down.
With your 22, you can't establish any connection between Zentarum and the Ravenmark Vindicators, given your experience so far.
Okay. I mean, if you guys want to go and investigate, ask the speaker some questions, make sure he's not paying any tithes to the Zentarum, and if he is, then we can go deal with them to ensure that all the money that's produced by that mine is going back into the town. I'm 100% for that. I just want to be clear. We have to be careful how we approach this. I really do not want to kill the speaker or anything like that.
I don't want to kill him either or hurt anyone here necessarily, but I guess what I think is surely happening here is that there's corruption in and about the towns and external, gangs or whatever could be involved, or it could be all this here within 10 towns, but everyone's cold, everyone's hungry, everyone's sacrifices, everyone is weak, and only the strong will, dominate in that landscape, and that's what this place is. It's survival.
All right, maybe we should go and have a friendly chat with the speaker. We'll do good cop, all of us, and no one bad cop.
Could we try a rest first?
Oh, so you're not the boss of me.
Sane's cooked. Just wants to go to sleep in the corner.
I mean, yeah, we could go have a chat with him in the afternoon. He's probably, because if we go after him now, he probably will run. He seemed pretty cagey.
You feel a tap on your shoulder, Sly, from Marta. Marta just like, please don't do him any harm. Don't kill him.
I don't plan to.
I heard you say it, Sly. I'm right here.
Hey, you know me. I know you've only been a couple of days, but I've only ever killed anyone in self-defense. I don't plan to kill him.
She just looks at each of you, especially you, Krakow, and Beatrice, who were talking about killing him. And
I don't think I said
no,
specific.
mostly you, Krakow.
I think he's a victim. I think he's a victim as much as anyone here. Anyway,
From what I understand, these people just want to make things better. Am I wrong? Fist of Bremen?
I'm not here to fix Bremen.
Me neither, actually.
I love the place.
Happens to be in my way. I came here looking for something and stumbled upon these guys who've had similar experiences, which has led me to this situation. I'm happy to help in any way, but if it veers too far from my course, I may have to depart.
Well, no, like, we'll help you. Like, if you get wind of what you need to go after, saying,
Oh,
well,
find out where these guys are. They're going down.
well, and you'll have me right there along beside you. Don't go off on your own, though.
Oh.
Why are you so vested?
Me?
Hmm.
You guys don't seem like the worst type of people. I've met worse people. I've met, well, mostly worse people. But, I mean, I was asked to help you guys, and I wasn't able to help you back down in Targos. So I figure I can still help you now, unless you don't want me.
I guess, like...
You've somewhat proven yourself. I guess you can hang around.
For the moment, anyway.
But again, we're all free. We can do what we like.
Sly looks slightly
Sly.
upset. No, upset. Like, but it passes and he says, "Yeah, no, of course. Like, you know, if you guys don't want me, just let me know." And
Sly, I've worked my whole life, just living in Bremen, knowing the people around there. I've seen plenty of people come through, make friends, hang out for a day or two, and then slit throats and move on to the next town. It's not that we don't want you, it's just we've known you for about 5 seconds. And, we need to know you a little bit longer than that before we trust you. Your name is literally Sly.
The telling the people what to do and what not to do. We've known each other a day or two.
I apologize if it comes off like I'm telling you what to do. I'm just giving advice. It's not telling you what to do and what not to do. It's advice and things to consider. I apologize if it does come across as me telling people what to do. I'm just trying to give you advice from my life, what I've experienced, and what I believe to be the correct course of action. You don't have to listen to anything that I say. I mean, last night when you went up to the room and you weren't responding to me at all, you didn't listen to me then. You don't have to listen to me now. Anything that I say, I mean, I'm just trying to ensure you guys are safe, and in turn, town and myself are safe.
I guess when advice is given, but there's no choice, a decision is made for you without.
Beatrice, I would never make a decision for you.
Yes.
I may debate a point to a fault, but I will go with whatever the group decides.
Indeed.
I mean, I know I'm not the leader of this group. I just joined this band of crazy
I don't
people.
think we even have a leader.
I mean, it's like a managed democracy all up in here.
Tali stands up from where she's sitting, walks around the table, ends up standing behind you, Beatrice. And you can feel her presence behind you, which kind of just puts her hands on the back of your chair. Looks
What?
each of you in the eye. Tali.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yes. Sorry, she's still grumpy, so she's. I don't even know.
She looks at a few of you in the eye and before saying, "Are you really doing this? Or are we potentially going to Lonelywood? We know there's a threat and a very curious activity in Lonelywood."
A very real threat, by the way.
Did you not hear what the speaker just mentioned before about leaving that carcass out the front? The gift, sorry. The carcass thing out the front. Potentially bringing... You might have heard him just say bears, but I swear I heard him say mooses, mices, mices as well.
That was definitely Sly that said that one. He said moose, though.
He said moose.
I did say mooses, mices, mooses.
You're trying to suggest that it should be bait.
No.
I mean,
Not
that
at
would
all.
save us going into Lonelywood, but is it necessarily going to work? We could bring something else out that we
That's-
never had the
wasn't-
intent of bringing out.
That wasn't what I had in mind at all. To lure the creature from where we last heard about it being in Lonelywood to a whole nother town altogether. And into the town itself.
I mean, it saves us going to the Lonelywood.
Oh,
It's
That way, all you have to do is just sit near a window and hope it just comes up.
We
Bang, you can see it then.
Lonely. How far away is Lonelywood from where we are now, DM?
yeah, would know it to be about a couple of hours walk.
Okay, so the odds. Okay, I say to the group, the odds of the moose, mice, moose, whatever, coming down for it, if it is a flesh-eating thing, is pretty low. Well, why don't we? Would you prefer to go on an adventure and track down this moose that supposedly can talk, and have a chat, and then we come back, and give us some time to get to know each other a bit better before we tackle what could be the dismantling of the government here in town.
Moose.
I mean, I'll support whatever you all decide. And if you want to take me, cool. If you don't want to take me, I'll stay here and I'll keep an eye on things.
Look, I don't think this moose is going to make it all the way from a couple of hours away to get here, so I think we need to go after it.
I'm after for going for the moose. We can always come back and do the speaker.
I guess
Already made a promise to Tali to take it to the moose, so I still want to fulfill that.
from like when you're looking at like a large kind of overarching plot, it's not generally kind of like, particularly in these pre-designed modules, right? It's not typically just like you've got this one start point and you've got this one end point. There's usually like, you know, interconnections and like snippets of information in different places that you can then aggregate into a whole to complete a picture, or at least give you more clues of where to look for further information. So my intent with rifling through the speaker's stuff in this particular town is to go, okay, well, like, is there anything useful I can add to the picture of stuff that I have? Because the information that we have is sparse. And I know that the speakers like have communication with each other and they do share bits and pieces of information. They're not necessarily all corrupt, but it would make sense to, while here, to at least check if we can, because, you know, there might be nothing and that's fine, or there might be something, and if we don't check, we'll miss it. And so that's just where my thinking kind of comes in there.
All right, well, I mean, we can take tonight, use tonight to investigate, but please, can we ensure we don't, if discovered, attack anyone or attack to stun sort of thing, so slip away.
Tobin looks at his hands. He's like, these phasers don't get set to stun me. But look, I'm happy to go and do stuff. But I think the same way we've been operating the whole time is self-defense. We're not murderers.
Hmm.
If you guys leave town, did you want me to come with you, or would you prefer that I stay?
Well, I think you
Yeah.
come along.
There's a choice you can make.
Like, you've killed stuff with us so far, you haven't killed any of us, so I'm happy for you to come along, mate.
Oh, we're looking at
Slayer's looking at Beatrice a lot.
people get along. I don't know. Like that's not me like attacking Dan the player. That's Beatrice going like Beatrice doesn't like to be told what to do. I don't think I do either, actually. In that kind of through.
Again.
But I don't know. Maybe she'll be like a wart or something, and she'll grow on me. I don't know.
As she said before, she doesn't tell anyone what to do. She gives advice and apologizes if it sounds like she's telling people what to do. It's just to be advice. She's not smart. She's somewhat charismatic, but not very charismatic. So,
Beatrice is smart and she doesn't trust people, especially out here.
That in itself is smart.
yeah. And Sly just says to Beatrice, like, I mean, you could always get to know me better if you'd like.
Sweet lord. You're not
It comes out sexual, but it wasn't meant to be sexual. I'm sorry, it's just the words themselves sound
Face
sexual.
playing in the distance.
by trying to get into my okay, all right. I'm not that easy. And if I
No, I would never assume that you were that easy. Sorry, as I said, those words together sound sexual, even though I did not intend them to be. But if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask me.
Indeed.
I haven't lied about majority of the things that I've said to you.
Oh, that's very
Sorry.
truly. Consider me convinced.
I think there's only, out of game, there's only one thing that she's actually lied about the entire time she's actually been speaking with you. That's out of game.
Her name? Sorry.
Well, no. She already said last game that we played that Sly was the name her mother gave her, but she has another name that her father gave her, but she doesn't like to use it.
Sylvester.
Adrian!
And she actually gave, she did say you can call her by her initials, but she didn't. She told you what the initials were last game as well.
Yeah, but characters asked that was like 3 weeks ago.
Okay, her initials are FF.
Freaky
Food
Friday.
fighter.
And she said that she was named, her father's name for her was named after himself.
So you're your dad. Right.
Yep.
FF. Freaky Friday.
I mean, you guys can ask her in character if you want.
No.
Historically, a well-read kind of person, is there any, oh, that's not the right mouse. Is there any kind of significant or notorious kind of people with those initials? I know that's probably a long shot, but I'm gonna history check that shit.
You're just thinking, have you heard FF before in any context?
Yeah, as an initials for anyone that's particularly like notorious or significant. So that's either famous or infamous with a 23.
I don't think you would have.
Okay.
That's a no.
Oh, but DM, she's from Waterdeep,
She's
which
not.
isn't too far.
I spent time in
Well,
Waterdeep. I'm not from Waterdeep, but
I
I am.
mean, and my screen's gone black. I can't see anyone. I can't click out of it. But I mean, how far did they go, DM?
How far did they go?
How far did they go? And I will message you on my phone
please.
because for whatever reason my screen won't let me do anything else. Hang on.
This is getting into a lot of intel territory.
A lot of what?
Intel.
Too much.
Yeah, no, I got that much. Oh, right. No,
Okay.
I don't think. No. No, I don't think you would have heard the initials FF.
I don't even remember what my character I put her from. Actually. Where the fuck am I from?
But again, like Sly says, if you've got any questions, 100% you can ask me and I'll answer.
Yes. Answer.
Okay, fine. I will not bullshit you.
Oh, spicy talk. Oh my gosh. Oh,
Colvin's ears and that high active perception, active insight pop up.
Because I can 100% tell you I was not a moisture farmer. I don't even know what that is. It actually sounds kind of...
It does sound very
Kinky.
sexual given like the previous talk that we've been having.
Yeah.
But whatever way you know. You
I would have
just
taken you
ask
for a
me,
clam
what the
farmer.
fuck's up with that?
Clam diver, did you say?
Ugh.
You guys, seriously.
Well, someone's got to get those muffs. No, 100%. If you guys want to play a game of what the fuck's up with that, like, and I'll answer your questions. I'm here for it.
No questions from me.
I don't have any right now, but that's because I'm I died today and came back to life.
Why do
Which makes you
we?
think we should definitely hit the hay?
We should hit the hay. Go visit the speaker's house tomorrow. Speaker's office.
Well, actually, it would be tonight. If we rest now, we can go hit them during the night.
Sounds good. And then in the next morning, we can go moose hunting.
The Mises.
Okay. The Mises. I hate these Mises to pieces.
Well, sounds like we have a plan.
All right.
Okay, so you spend the next little while sitting around, just debriefing, relaxing, as Marta brings out a little bit of food for you or for a bit of lunch.
No! Wait! I want to identify the sword.
Okay.
Oh, and the ring. Could you identify this ring for me,
While we're
please?
eating, I want to do a ritual. I'm going to go.
Okay. The sword.
I'll go
that-
up to get, and it'll be like 3 months or something, Jeremy.
the sword that Jorgen carries.
Is definitely cursed. It gives
The
him
sword.
-1 to his dick length.
So,
Can't have negative penis values.
Sure you can.
It's got any.
Anyone wants an innie.
No, it's not
Just
they
like
want
people
it.
in real life.
Cursed, you picked it up.
so when you're sort of handling this blade, Beatrice, this cleaver, you
What's the
feel
name of Jorgen's penis?
instantly a bit like stronger with it, and you can feel the weight and the power it has. It carries a +3 to attack and
Jesus.
damage.
Okay.
It deals 2d12 slashing,
Yeah.
and on a hit, the target must make a DC 15 Wiz save, or be frightened of the great axe and its wielder for a minute.
What's it called?
It's called the cleaver right now.
The dick punching cleaver.
Does it? Is it cursed though?
I wouldn't be able to tell with an identify spell anyway.
Hmm.
Identify spells don't tell you curses.
That's right. 2 more levels that I can, if it is, I can break it if we need to.
I mean, as much as I'd like to know, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So.
I produced the ring as well. Like, Beatrice, if you wouldn't mind, is it just valuable or is it? And I slide over the ring.
There we are.
Having a close look at this ring, it looks like a fairly plain, almost like a wedding band type ring of plain gold, worth about 50 gold pieces.
Yeah, no magic here. Just family heirloom, sentimental value.
Thank you. Well, I can sell it if we need to.
50 gold. That's what it'll be worth.
Excellent. Thank you. All right, let's
Why don't you just sell it back to the speaker? That'd be funny.
if it comes to it,
on top, like a pre.
Yeah. Interest.
Yeah, no, it's worth 50. Sell it 150.
Marta brings you out some meals to have for lunch. Before I think you all would find your way back up to your rooms, underground in this instance, for a bit of rest and recovery midday.
I do have a question, DM. I totally forgot. What is the sacrifice that this town gives up?
Warmth.
Oh, so like Bremen.
Like Bremen.
Okay.
So this is not like a human sacrifice.
I will definitely take a bath. I'll rush in after as soon as it's announced that it's ready. I'll run in before Beatrice does. As she's like at the door, I'm like, no, my turn first. And I run in.
As you're all heading underground and things to your rooms, Pops comes up to you, Greykov, and just very welcome back, and just very quietly, almost under her breath, so no one else can hear it, he says, "Are you sure you can trust these people?"
I mean, they trust me. That seems pretty stupid.
Not wrong there. And this place we're in, this is safe? They knew you were here. I knew you were here.
Where would you suggest?
I don't fucking know. I just know that, well, nowhere's safe, I suppose.
How did you know I was here?
I've been trailing you since you left Argos. Well, I suppose we'll roll the dice. See where tomorrow or this evening takes us. And with that, we'll end our session as you all get your long rest, and we'll pick it up again when we play next. Where it will be about, what, 8 p.m?
Next week?
6 p.m.
Are we doing next week?
Let me have a look.
18th.
Let's have a look at the schedule.
I hope so.
Presently, the 18th is a green check. We are on for the 18th.
Should we... Hey, DM. So we're not streaming on the 25th because it's End Deck Day here in Australia. However, that week marks 4 years of us streaming. Do you reckon we should do a giveaway for 4 years of streaming on the 18th?
Oh, giveaway next week. I reckon that could be on the cards. Let's do it, yeah? Let's hear from some people. What would be an awesome giveaway to do? We've still got
Dan will
some...
come to your house, right?
Huh?
Do one of the, Dan will come to your house and do one of those like topless maid services. That's a giveaway I think people would be down for.
They really wouldn't, especially now. Like I've put on so much weight after getting married.
But you've got the Mo's, so it all evens out. It's fine.
So stay tuned, folks. We'll have some details of giveaway in Discord, and touch wood, all going well and time permitting, on socials and things as well. Could be something fun, could be something cool, could be something different.
Or something cool and fun.
Cool and fun. Something very much on the topic of the game we're playing or the kind of thing we're doing. It'll be fun. It'll be cool. It'll be next week. It'll be a giveaway because Dan has impromptu asked for a giveaway. So let's do it.
Why not?
In my brain. So I'm torn between wanting to share and not wanting to share. So you know, like the thing that we were talking about in Slack earlier with the carrot?
Yeah.
No, we are not offering that as a giveaway. No.
Similar premise, but like
Are you doing about selling the carrots or selling the service?
Frozen water.
frozen water. Because it's cool.
Oh god.
Okay,
Oh
yeah,
god. That
okay.
went to a place.
Okay, frozen bath water. That's what we're going to sell. Frozen, big giveaway.
Jared's frozen bath
for
water.
all. Jared's frozen bath water.
And Nick's carrots.
What the fuck?
Huge carrots.
I think I said that at the last conversation.
And a couple of strong together good berries, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but they start big and they get smaller.
And chronic stress.
Alright folks, stay tuned. We'll see you all next week with a cool giveaway. Literally.
See ya.
And yeah, see where the adventure takes us. Bye.
Bye.
Welcome.